Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Xinfin Network, aka XDC, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, I do want to start off with this tweet from Tokenizer, and I really kind of agree with this full-on base point that he has here, from supply chain to finance to application to standardization, and this is just saying, DLT can disrupt every sector in our economy. Some of those aren't exactly industries, but they're all essential roles in the fourth industrial revolution. Automated supply chain, frictionless financial system, multi-scale applications, global order standards. I completely agree with this statement. We've been talking about on a daily basis now. At this point, listen guys, at this point, I've been doing probably around roughly 3 to 4 videos every single day on this channel. I know that a lot of people think that, that's a lot of videos, that, it wouldn't be beneficial just to do one a day. Listen, I would love to do just one video a day. The issue with that is that there's just so much information to go over on a lot of these tokens. I could talk about XRP, I could talk about QNT, I could talk about XDC all day long. There's so much information, there's so much to talk about, and it's very hard to, jam pack it into one video. I try to do these videos every single day to keep you guys on top of what is happening. Things are moving so fast around every single aspect within this future monetary system. I do believe that every aspect, every single corner of life will be fully disrupted by DLT and crypto. At the end of the day, these tokens that we talk about, XDC, XRP, XLM, AOBT, HBAR, A0, Algorand, EWT, QNT, LCX, IOTA, all these major gems that we talk about are all expanding on a daily basis, all to the end goal of achieving the full-on disruption and transformation of the current inefficient monetary system. The entire monetary system is going to be fully disrupted, and it's going to be really kind of revolutionized at the base point core, and it's going to usher us into the fourth industrial revolution. This is the start of it all. And I think that with what Xinfin is doing, they're strategically positioning themselves as a key player in the stablecoins. This is very interesting. So we do see, excited to announce our partnership with Impul Official. This partnership will help us deliver solutions on the XDC network that will allow traditional banks and financial institutions to benefit from decentralized finance using DLT. Now, I thought this was very interesting. We do see Impul actually responding, saying, "Thank you, Fluent DAO. We too are thrilled and fortunate to be partnered with you to bring real utility and solid solutions to many banks, financial institutions, and businesses across the world." Now, I thought that this was incredible. And after doing a little bit of reading, I actually think that this could be substantial, especially if we are comparing it to what the Trada token, or Trada, however you want to pronounce it, is also doing on Xinfin. So we do see Impul brings Fluent's US Plus stablecoin to the XDC network, a layer 1 blockchain for more than just cross-border payments. Impul and Fluent have entered into a strategic partnership that will deliver a variety of innovative software solutions to the XDC network's ecosystem by allowing traditional banks and financial institutions to benefit from decentralized finance using DLT. This is huge. And we do see that through Fluent's finance partners, US Plus will provide robust and reliable liquidity on the XDC network. This is all liquidity building. Remember what I told you guys about liquidity on the Xinfin network? It's going to be crucial. And we do see down here, Fluent created a federation of banks that will mint and redeem US Plus onto and off of the XDC network. US Plus includes real-time audits, smart contracts, and maintains a 1-to-1 ratio with the US dollar through provably sufficient bank reserves. It is backed by fiat deposit with these federated banking partners, removing the counterparty risk barrier that contributed to the stalled approval of stablecoins in the traditional banking system. The successful integration of Fluent's US Plus protocol into core banking systems will allow banks to benefit from the US Plus stablecoin in a low-risk and regulated setting. And I think that this is very interesting. I think that's incredible to see. We do see that US Plus will complement both Impulse ISO 20022 financial messaging API that offers optional instant settlement capability, as well as the R3 Corda / XDC network bridge. This is awesome. And I think that this is providing an insight on where things are headed in the Xinfin ecosystem. I think that we are going to see a lot more of these major financial stablecoins launching. I do have Fluent open over here. We do see a federated bank-led stablecoin with fully auditable one-to-one exchanges with fiat and US Plus. Building a high trust stablecoin, no single custodian. US Plus is backed one-to-one with US dollars held by Fluent Federated or Federation of Banks. Fully auditable reserves, on-chain transparency as well. And they do kind of break down everything around this. I think that this is very interesting. We don't have a list of the banks, or at least I don't believe I've seen one on here. But they do have building US Plus as a trusted stablecoin. They have the consumer breakdown here, commercial, institution as well. Really kind of going in depth on this. They also have the how, pretty much breaking everything down. Now, again, I couldn't really see anything about the major banks, which again is kind of a little bit of a red flag. I didn't really see much. I went through this entire prompt and really couldn't see much. I even have like the mechanics open over here, like what is Fluent. They do break down a few things on what it is from the start to the end process here. But again, I would love to see a little bit of the names that are tied to this. I really couldn't find that. There is the Fluent protocol as well. And they do say down here like Fluent Federation tokens, US Plus, FLNT, and Bank. And here you guys have all of the stablecoins and really kind of what they do, if you wanted to check them out. We do see a few things down here, hybrid public / private setup with roadmap to deploy on multiple chains. And they also have a whole bunch of other stuff here. But again, like I said, I couldn't find much about who the major banks behind this project are. I did do a substantial amount of research on all of the names tied to this. And some of their backgrounds are lackluster. Jamie Plata, I couldn't really find his page over here on LinkedIn. So that was a little bit of a rough start, but most of these other ones, you know, they do have some nice backgrounds. But again, like I'm not seeing the direct ties to some of these major banks. I would love to see some of the other major banks. We do see a few names though from Cardano here, Bank of Brazil, and also from Barclays. So that looks pretty substantial, but I would love to see a little bit more transparency, but I still think that this project looks great. I still think that it looks awesome. And like I said, if this could play into the aspect of like the Trada token, which if you guys didn't know about what Trada is, it's basically a bridge to retail investors with trade finance, which I think is very exciting. But that's basically what these, you know, stablecoins will be, is a bridge between, you know, something like Xinfin and the pretty much retail sector, if you will. But this is more so kind of centered on banks and financial institutions, really kind of providing liquidity to the Xinfin network, but also opening the door for other major processes. Like, you know, for example, we'll just say, I am trying to think of like just an example. It's almost like the trade token, the trade finance token, right? You have this digital token that you could not only have an easy withdrawal and deposit, but also transaction flow. Everything is streamlined throughout this entire process. You are cutting out fiat, which is very inefficient to utilize, especially if you are doing cross-border payments or trade processing. Anything like that is going to be fully streamlined digitally, which is like what we have been focused on in regards to digitization around trade finance as well. And also, by the way, if you guys have been, you know, paying attention to the trade finance area, guess what ended up happening? We've seen a huge push around the Hong Kong Central Bank, the BIS, because both of these major names are exploring blockchain for SME finance. Now you might be wondering, well, what does SME finance have anything to do with Xinfin? For the longest time, they have been focused on SMEs because they account to 90% of companies and account for 50% of employment. They also struggle with funding. There's a $5.2 trillion in unmet demand for financing annually. This means the funding provided only addresses just over 40% of what SMEs actually need. So if you could have that liquidity provided to these SMEs, that's a huge area. And again, this is all centered around supply chain and trade finance. I mean, this is a big problem right now, especially in trade finance. So, and by the way, We do see down here, blockchain reduces the need to trust the SME. Startups like Centrifuge, Credix, Triteras, I hope that I'm saying that name right, and TradeTech and Xinfin are exploring this approach, which is really kind of tapping alternative sources of finance and liquidity other than banks. So this is actually a huge area that Xinfin could provide a ton of liquidity and also a ton of financing for the SME trade area. Which, again, there's a $5.2 trillion unmet demand here in regards to financing. So this is huge. And also one of the main applications for DeFi is for lending pools, matching borrowers, and also lenders. To date, the borrowing has mainly used cryptocurrency as collateral for lending, but in some of the above cases, they are using trade finance invoices instead, which I also think is going to be a big area of focus with the traded token. I also think that the US Plus token could provide a little bit of an insight on here as well in regards to like the banking sector and the trade finance sector as well, and there's a lot more in this that you could really kind of go over if you wanted to, but I also wanted to talk to you guys about what just happened over in the United Kingdom. We do see over here CryptoNerd, shout out to CryptoNerd over on Twitter, but XDC, the United Kingdom, plans to soon join the group of countries adopting MLETR. The acceptance into the law of their electronic trade document bill, ETDB, is planned for the first half of 2023. Many countries will be actively adopting MLETR as soon as the UK leads the way. The United Kingdom plans to soon join the group of countries adopting MLETR. The acceptance into the law of the electronic trade document bill is planned for the first half of 2023. Germany, which hosted the G7 summit in 2022, and Japan, the host of the 2023 G7 summit, are expected to follow soon, as approximately 80% of countries adhere to the Anglo-Saxon legal system. It is to be expected that many of these countries will be actively adopting MLETR as soon as the UK leads the way. And I do believe that this is going to be huge, and I think that this is going to provide an insane, and I say an insane opportunity for something like Xinfin. For example, the secret sauce, maximizing bank fintech collaboration opportunities in trade finance. And this is from Andre Casterman, like I said, the big name behind Xinfin. And we do see down here, like during my lifetime, much has been said about the idea of fintech disruption. About 5 years ago, for example, emerging technology companies identified as fintechs were said to represent a competitive threat to transaction banks. Now, currently, we are seeing a creation of the next wave of digital banking players. Trade finance is a big focus, though, as you guys do see down here. However, those that have succeeded have been highly focused on specific segments or geographies and on keeping their cost base as low as possible. So with this, how would you do this? Well, here are a few key ingredients for fintech success. 1, laser focus. 2, extremely agile. 3, latest technologies. 4, standardized software solutions, pay as you go, and no legacy bias. Now, with all of this in mind, though, we will 100% need collaboration. Collaboration is probably one of the biggest areas of focus. MLETR is a standard that will need to be put in place to have all of these major areas on a major standard. For an example, here we have MLETR down here. On another front, the alignment of national laws with the MLETR is introducing an initial concrete implementation of digital asset technologies to banks, DLT. So once we see MLETR go fully live in all of these major areas, this will be a catalyst to digitize trade document flows and to move away from closed ecosystems. It promises to help banks adopt a 21st century model whereby trust lies in interoperable digital assets, e.g. a freely transferable electronic bill of exchange, versus relying on trusted channels, e.g. SWIFT. This is going to be an absolute massive disruption, and it is going to be a key that unlocks the door for DLT and these major digital assets like XDC and also Xinfin itself as a whole network to be fully ushered in and adopted in and to be utilized within the trade finance area. And I do believe that this horizon is coming very fast. This massive disruption is on the forefront, and you can see it kind of morphing into reality as we talk, as we speak, as every single day passes. This is so exciting. Everything is moving extremely fast. The first half of 2023 as a whole is going to be such an exciting year, and I'm so excited. And if you guys are excited, hit down in the comments. Comment just I'm excited for XDC. XDC is so bullish. I'm so happy about it. Whatever you guys want to say, I don't care what you guys say. Just comment down below how excited you guys are and hit that like button. And if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on because I have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.